Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's look is going to be this semi-Coachella glitter look. And if you're interested in getting this look, then please stay tuned. But don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like. Give it a thumbs up. And make sure if you subscribe that your notifications are on so you know every single time I post a video. And I think I've covered all bases. So since I did, then let's get into it. Stay tuned. Okay, so per usual, guys, I have my eyebrows done and ready, and my face is primed. I am going in with the same concealer I used to highlight or define my brows, which is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Toffee. You guys know that's the only color I use. And I'm actually just getting my eyes ready for the eyeshadow. So I'm just going to do this, and then after I'm going to take my Airspun powder and set. Then I come back after finding my tape, and I'm actually going to tape one eye at a time so I'm not like looking crazy and trying to see with tape holding me down. And then I'm going to set, like I said earlier. So I'm taking that Airspun powder, and I'm going to set both eyes even though the tape is not on the other one, just to get it out the way, and just because you don't want the concealer to kind of really set in without powder before, because it'll start to move. Now I'm taking that Morphe NB powder that I showed in previous videos, and I'm actually using the color Road Trip, and I'm going to take it to my outer crease area. And this is actually a pretty simple eye look. Shocker, I know. That's all I do is simple eye looks. But it's pretty simple. It's 3 steps. And this is just step 1 of 3. And then the next color, I don't know because the palette does not have colors on there. It's the one, it's like the bluer one in my Makeup Revolution palette. It's the Redemption palette in Unicorns Are Real. It's that blue color. And I'm just laying this down. So just because if you guys have the Galactica glitter shadow palette, you'll see that the pewter color has hints of blue in it. So I laid that down just so it could be a little brighter on my eye, and it can pick up that under the glitter, if that makes sense. You guys will see. So step 2 is this, the blue. And I did just spray my makeup brush just so the pigment will pick up more. You guys know that's a trick that I love to use. And you can see it's much more pigmented now, and it's not as much work. So just laying that down. Then I'm going back over the Road Trip color, and I'm just blending it into each other, blending those 2 colors into one another. And I'm taking the pewter from the Glitter Goals palette, the NYX palette in Galactica, and I'm literally just covering it. And this is the third step, guys. It's pretty simple. Then I'm removing that tape. It feels so good to remove it. It's literally like taking off your bra. And I know you guys know how good that feels. So don't even. So I'm just going on the other eye, and I'm repeating the same 3 steps. And I'm going to let you guys watch it without talking because it's pretty explanatory. It's self-explanatory. Just doing it on the other eye. You've already seen it. I won't talk your head off. So as I go in on the other eye with the glitter, I did want to make sure I stress that this glitter is it's a cream glitter, so it's easier to use and maneuver. But I would suggest your finger over using a brush just because it's glitter, it can go everywhere, if that makes sense. So it's easier to keep control it with your fingers, even though I still have to clean it up, and that's just me taking in a flat eyeshadow brush and just cleaning up the excess glitter that's everywhere, because it did kind of get places. And that's not because of my fingers, it's mostly because of me blinking and the glitter just moving because of that. But yeah, that's that. And then I'm going to go back in to that Revolution powder or palette, and I'm taking the silver that's in there, and I'm going to use it for my inner tear duct. So placing that in the insides and the inner corners of both eyes. It took me forever to pick up the color because this isn't as pigmented as I would have liked. But just a little splash, just to open the eye up a little more. And then I'm going in with the Selfie palette from Makeup Revolution, and I'm taking that Pure color that looks closest to the glitter, and I'm just going to take it on my lower lash line. And this was actually really easy. I didn't have to like double layer this or anything. I was super happy about that. And that's pretty much it. Now, I said this is a 3-step, and if you want to add these 2 other steps, then so be it. It's 5 steps, I guess, but for the most part, the entire eye look, or the biggest part of the eye look, is 3 steps rather than, you know, typical blending and adding and blending and adding and blending and adding. It's just literally 3 things. So that's why I said that. And now I'm going in with my Makeup Revolution illuminating drops. You guys know this is my favorite. It's in the color Rose Gold. And this go round, I decided to do something, a makeup technique that I saw recently. I would have to put the name in the description, but I'm literally starting with concealer rather than doing the opposite. And I know you guys know I always start with my foundation, but this is kind of just like reversing everything. And I'm using my M173 brush by Morphe. You guys know my favorite brush to blend my concealer. And I'm definitely snatching that eye. I don't know if you can see the line I created with the concealer, but I'm snatching that eye basically where I removed the tape. I know I didn't do a cat eye this time, but I definitely wanted to show that it's still easy to snatch your eye with concealer just based on the tape, because it kind of leaves a mark, which I don't think is a good thing just because your eyes are kind of sensitive, but you know, we'll work with it. And already I'm like obsessed. This is my favorite concealer, guys. I love it so much. I just told you guys about it. It's so bomb. Then I'm going in top lip and the chin, and I'm actually going to outline my lip with this concealer that's on my chin and that's on my top lip, and you guys will see that. That's me making sure I outline the top of my lip just so it can give me more of a full lip. Not that I don't have full lips, I know, but the bigger the better, guys. Go big or go home. And then I'm actually, speaking of lips, you guys know I'm obsessed with this lip treatment, so I put this on at all times, and I forgot to put it on, so when I looked at them, I was like, oh, let me do that now, so it could sit a little bit while I do everything else. And I'm taking the Black Radiance Cream Contour Kit, and I was gonna go in with the middle, and I think I started going in with the middle, but because I wanted it a little bit more sharp than just warm, I started going in with the darker one, you can see there. And then I just placed it on there, and then I actually swept up. Sweep up, sweep up, sweep up, as you can see, just to give me that chiseled effect. And it may look harsh, but I'm actually going to go over my face with foundation after I finish all of this, and that's why I didn't mind doing that. And I forgot my forehead, And I was surprised it let me move it because this concealer is pretty thick, and when it dries down, honey, it does not really allow you to move it, which is why I needed my damp beauty blender. Wipe some of that off, so I had to fix it. Then I'm going in with that same contour color, and I'm just going over my forehead and everything like that, just so everything is a little bit more blended and it makes more sense and it's seamless. Then my eyelash started moving, so I had to fix that down. Every time my eyelashes get watery, one of the corners like comes up. Such a hassle, but it's only when I have like looks like this on. When I do natural faces, my eyelash stays forever. And I'm going in with that INfallible foundation, and I'm actually placing it on my hand, and I'm dipping my brush in it just to get like small amounts on it, and I'm actually sweeping upward for the most part on my face. And just filling in the corners and the areas that have no product on it at all before I do anything else. Blending out that concealer because it started to get weird. And I'm slightly going over like my contoured areas because you're still gonna see it. It's just like, it's gonna make it more of a natural type of look. So it's semi-natural even though it's like beat, if that makes sense. Taking it on my nose, filling in those, what are those? Temples, getting to the temples, making sure everything looks like me and not just contour and highlight on my face. And once that happens, I go in with my Airspun powder and I set my concealer. You guys know this is my Holy Grail powder. And it makes me, I love how this looks, especially with this concealer, because this concealer is my favorite concealer ever. Then I snatch my nose, honey. Snatch her. My nose is a little like weird shaped, so it looks a little crooked at first, but then it fixes itself. Thank God. And then I take my Ruby Kisses Pure Mineral concealer in the color Caramel. And I actually take that tiny eyeliner brush from Artis. And this is like my new trick. I'm using this to slightly put down the contour color for my nose, and it keeps it very small and tight without having the product go everywhere. And after this, I just blend it all together. It makes a perfect nose. It makes me super happy, guys. I can literally cry looking at this nose. I was like, yes, nose job. Yes, bring her in. Then I go in with the Airspun powder again just to set that all together so I'm not super oily. And my hair was aggravating me, but don't mind it. Then I'm going in with my CoverGirl Queen bronzer in the color Ebony Bronze. You guys know this is my Holy Grail, and I'm just setting the contour spaces and bringing a little bit more color back into my face. I didn't highlight today because I didn't really want to. I wanted my face to look a little like muted just because the eye was so much. So I go in on my lips with this dark brown pencil. You guys know the same pencil I always line my lips with. And I go in with Moonlight by Milani, just because I feel like the little iridescent color kind of picks up with colors like this on my eyes. And I think it's so pretty. You know, give me a little like va-va-voom without so much va-va-voom. And you guys know, per usual, I have to set my makeup. And this is the Wet n Wild All Naturel setting spray. Yes, honey, get the shoulder right. And we are all set and all finished after this, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, to comment, and to give this video a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it. And don't forget, most of all, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye.
Are you ready for a real girl or what? Yes.